Fun additions to an Attitude Era collection. We got Mattel Creations with an exclusive 2-pack of Elite versions of the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. Not a high-profile tag team of the time, but interesting characters of the time. I like to have, every wrestler represented in my collection, top to bottom of the card. Funny they went with like an exclusive here with these two guys. But that way we got kind of the best version we could with all these cloth goods and stuff for them. We'll get this opened up. Quick look at the box here. Has their little spider kind of logo on there, so that's specialized. And they used to be called the Spiders as a tag team before they got the Headbangers gimmick. And then a couple pictures of them on the packaging, which is great because I really hate when they put pictures of the figure on the box of the figure. I've already got the figure. I don't need a picture of the figure on the box. What is the point? I really hate that. Well, let's take a close look at these guys. They won't be in the package for very long. Extremely short bio on the back and no stats or anything about either one. Looks like we get a cool Raw is War interview background with the old chain link fence. They had the barrels and stuff. Just a photo background, but could be handy for any display just to throw in the back there. I've seen a couple of these with some exclusives. If you're into that sort of thing, it does come with that. Looks like they're going to have the fists and the open hands. Nothing else going on for that. But they do come with full color versions of the WWF Tag Team titles, so good bonus there. Couldn't imagine too many people displaying them with them. Kind of a short grab with the belts, but extra pair for other teams for your collection as well. So we've got the two decked out. Just take a look at Mosh first, because you gotta look at somebody first, not because it's pleasant. So crazy expression, but a common one for them with the tongue out, but the likeness here is actually pretty incredible. You can see right on his shirt logo there too. It's pretty amazing looking. Of course, they got the face paint, just small details like the earrings colored in. They have their necklace there. The shirt is the Velcro type here, because they're not Ultimates. I think Ultimate they just don't do the seam, but Elite they still do the seam. Spiderweb tattoo here. You want to see the skirt, since real men wear skirts, as they say. Just kind of a stretchy material, and then they just have kind of boxer kind of shorts underneath here. Then they always had a little bit of a mismatch here. They got blue knee pads, a little bit of a red out of the short boots. Another tattoo from Mosh. I usually recommend another figure for them to make at this time, but I'm not going to say it. I really am not. Don't make me say it, please. No, I honestly, even me, I don't think you could really tempt me to get a beaver cleavage figure. Please, don't make me choose this. Even Chaz, I don't think you get me to jump for. I mean, these already had to be an exclusive, and they were featured for quite a bit, the Headbangers together. Do a rundown on Thrasher here. Again, pretty amazing likeness, and they went with the kind of unique piercing for his look, so that's probably why they didn't do the open mouth for him, although he probably would have been the more likely one to have that pose with the tongue out. But they wanted to do something unique, have that piercing, which is kind of cool, since it did get the coloring, the silver. He's got a little bit of a spider tattoo there too. Grayish elbow pad and knee pad here. He's got the same shorts molded underneath his skirt. A little bit different on the boots. Of course, we'll just show the figure without the clothes, but those clothes really kind of make them the character. I mean, that's like their ring gear, even wrestling in the skirts and stuff, and kind of using them in the ring to play around, kind of taunt their opponent that way. So guys, you would see on TV in the Attitude Era, but you'd see a lot more in the video games. So I mean, I kind of collect these, of course watching the show, but I played so much of the video games. Like WrestleMania 2000 for Nintendo 64, these were opponents you'd face quite a bit playing around, with story mode and everything else, a tag team. And they even had singles Mosh in there as Chaz. That's why my kind of action figure collection doubles as a wrestling collection, but also doubles as a video game collection, because these were games I put a lot of time into in the Nintendo 64. So anybody that made it in those games definitely would love figures of them. So the plaid skirt, definitely their attire in that game. I'm just glad that time period is popular enough that you could get something like an exclusive for these. I mean, I could see in the store, yeah, they'd probably sit around. Nobody really remembers them that much. You only have so much money to spend on your collection, but I've narrowed mine down to Attitude Era, so these guys are going to like look great amongst everybody just as unique characters. Even if they weren't, you know, prominently featured on all the shows and pay-per-views and things, they were there working with everybody else. So just fun in a few senses is just having like kind of the lower card characters you see more on like Sunday Night Heat and stuff like that, but then look at the appearance of them. They're just gonna stand out really nicely amongst all the Attitude Era figures of the time. So that is the time period I like to collect, even some WCW stuff too. Watching those Monday Night Wars, flipping the channels. So if those are the kind of figures you want to see, those are the only kinds I collect now, because I've narrowed my collection down to the late 90s into 2000, approximately.